Lamar, I am so sorry. On behalf of Baltimore, I would like to take this time to apologize. On behalf of the city, I am so sorry. I have failed you, Anakin. I have failed you. I'm sorry, Anakin. A new hope arises in the Northeast, and his name is Drake May. Oh. Lamar, I remember when you were but a young lad. We met at Tyson's Corner Mall. I said, LJ, what's up? What up, man? Do you remember what you said to me, Lamar? He said, hey, man, how you doing? How you been? You were a nice man. A young man who hadn't had a paycheck yet. We're on a rookie contract. You were there with your trainer. I don't know if you remember me or not, but a few weeks later, we met again. This time in Turks and Caicos. My father had just begun his cancer treatment, and I came up to you in the club. We embraced. I was drunk, and we were really cool. When I met you in Tyson's, I didn't think you were that tall. Felt like I was your height. When I met you in Turks and Caicos, I was like, damn, you're 6'3". You're tall, 6'4" maybe. But you remember what we talked about? I was so proud of you. I said, congratulations, man. I'm so happy for you. What you did, negotiating your own contract, do you know how impressive that is? And I went like this. I tapped him right there on the chest. I said, I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you. You got the city on your back. We let you down. We let you down big time. We met a few weeks later again for a third time that month at a Drake concert. And everybody, I was in the front row. I'll never forget with my boy Ray. You came up to me with your big chain on. You had just got paid, just like we had talked about. Dapped me up. Everyone's like, yo, how do you know LJ? I'm like, from Turks and Tyson's Corner Mall. You were a young man then, maybe 23, 24. You're older now, almost 30. Business is business. When you have all that money, when you have $200 million guaranteed, I don't think you're laying your knees on the line anymore. I don't think you're going that 60 miles an hour road runner. Well, these guys in defense have just gotten faster and bigger. I don't think you're laying your body on the line anymore, and I don't blame you. But a shot to the back to keep you out of the game. I sat next to a little boy who reminded me of my age when I used to drag my dad to Ravens games. He was so excited to see you. So excited to see you. Halftime, none of us saw the injury. None of us saw what happened. And I believe that you were hurt. But like they say, like Herbs Brooks said, miracle. A shot to the back is a hell of a long way from the heart. Candy ass. For you to go out like that against the Patriots when we need that win, that tells me something's wrong. That tells me something is wrong in that locker room. Something is wrong with that ownership. Something is wrong with the coaching staff. Everybody do me a favor. I want you to go home and Google Steve Bisciotti, the founder of Aerotech. Aerotech, largest staffing agency in the world before Insight Global. Maybe still is. You can't find a single interview with our owner, Steve Bisciotti. He stays out of the press for a reason. There's something going on here in Baltimore that we need to get to the bottom of. When I first came to Baltimore, I realized there were two people in Baltimore. You had a blue-collar, white, cigarette-smoking, proud, working side of town. You had another side of town. A blue-collar, black heritage, black culture, side of town, also proud. Those two sides did not like each other when Lamar Jackson came to town. You sat in that crowd, half the crowd was saying, he's a running back. I don't want that I don't want him on my team. The other side of town, they said, it's time. It's time to, he's black, he's proud, he's time. I was on that side. I was ready for you, Lamar. I was so excited. I was so done watching Flacco. Flacco steps back in the pocket. He throws it down to Chester McFarland, 15 yards. I was tired of Flacco. Love Flacco. Love you, Flacco. You're elite. Thank God for Jacoby Jones, Ray Lewis, and Ed Reed. But we all knew, Lamar, you were our one true hope. You were Anakin Skywalker. We believed in you. And just like in Star Wars, man, I don't blame you for turning to the dark side. The Sith got you somehow. I could tell. You stopped smiling. I don't know if it was a conversation with the ownership. I think it's when the drafts went by and we refused to draft wide receivers. We got you Zay Flowers. I love Zay Flowers. But Zay Flowers would be a great lightning rod in any offense if they had a true wide receiver one alongside to take some pressure off of him. But at 5'8", 5'9", as good as Zay Flowers is, he is not meant to carry this team on his back. He's not. And the ownership knows that. Steve Bisciotti, General Manager Eric DaCosta. Maybe it's Ozzie Newsome leaving. Rest in peace. But what you have done to my Ravens is unacceptable. Unacceptable. Lamar, I want you to know something from the bottom of our hearts. I've been on TikTok. You can follow me on my TikTok, Alex Vargas Media. The fans still love you. I posted a post where I turned my back on you a bit. I said, I'm not happy that you came out of that game. I think you could have. I think you chose not to. Don't blame you. I think there's stuff going on in that locker room that they're not telling us, but I can see it on everybody's face that that is an unhappy office. I just want you to know that we are here for you. We will rally around you. If you come back this year and win us a Super Bowl, get the Super Bowl. Get the Super Bowl. And then do whatever you want. Ride off into the sunset. Get your money somewhere else. Leave Baltimore to find warmer climates. I get it. It's cold up here in the playoffs. They make it come out. It's freezing. I don't like it either. I didn't like going to the game. I went to the game. I was there. Man. Isaiah Likely, after the game. Isaiah Likely, this video. Production, pull it up. Yeah.
Come here, bro.
That's once. Twice.
Come here, bro.
We heard you the first time. We know that we are ass. Isaiah Likely is the number one tight end. Probably could be in the NFL if they let him have the starter job. But what we had here was a classic scenario where you had two-star tight ends, and the ownership chose the guy they saw as probably more docile and submissive, less of a personality, more of a team guy, as they would say. But I watched the way Lamar, big trust, Mark Ingram, RG3, like Hollywood Brown, the start of this Lamar era. Let me tell you guys, if you've ever watched the Michael Jordan documentary, do you remember the owner? I think his name was Krause, Jerry Krause. He had it out for Jordan. Jordan won the 5th championship, and he said, hey, man, it's time to replace Jordan. Everybody's like, what? Like Michael Jordan? Like, yeah, it's time to start rebuilding. Michael Jordan's like, we're not rebuilding. We're going again. Similar to Jerry Krause, I think that's Eric DaCosta. Jerry Krause, Eric DaCosta. I think they are connected in some way. I think Eric DaCosta is thinking about the long-term future of this football team, and he's not willing to sell the boat to get Lamar a Super Bowl. We've seen it in Kansas City. We've seen it in the Eagles. You kind of have to sell out to win a Super Bowl. We did get lucky, I suppose, with our all-star defense that one year, but we don't have an all-star defense anymore. We don't. They don't grow on trees. They're too fast. They're too expensive. The whole landscape of defense has changed to predominantly you have to have 3 solid offensive linemen that can stay for the run and rush the passer. The cornerbacks now, they're tall, skinny. They're not much on run defense, but you have to be with these receivers that we got out there now. So The defense has changed a little bit. You can't rely on cornerbacks to make all these huge tackles like you could back then. But Eric DeCosta, much like Jerry Krause, never invested in Lamar Jackson. Past Zay Flowers and Isaiah Likely, Mark Ingram, we refused to get him receivers. Why is Jamar Chase out there? Why is Xavier Worthy, Rashee Rice, who are some other names? The Slim Reaper in Philadelphia, A.J. Brown, huge names that were out there, and we just said, we'll get Falalele. We'll get Falalele. We don't need a receiver. I want Falalele on my team. And you know what, Andrews? You're about to be 48 years old. Come on. Here's $80 million. Thank you for your service. What the fuck? Are we running a retirement fund here, people? This is the NFL. To go up against the Steelers, the Chiefs, to beat these Lions, you got to have firepower on offense. And if I'm Lamar, I'm not going out there breaking my back for you either. I'm saying shit. Nah, coach. I'm saying, nah, dog. I ain't going out there no more. And then you got freaking Isaiah Likely, same shit. We asked, bro. We asked, bro. We asked, bro. 3 times? You had to say it 3 times? You knew you on camera? You hate this organization so bad? I don't blame you. I do too right now. Everybody's giving John Harbaugh so much heat. I get it. There is a lot of personalities on this roster. I see the way they talk. I've seen Lamar back John Harbaugh down on play calls before. Through it early in his career, he was doing that. He's like, "What are we doing, coach? We want to win." So part of me does believe that Harbaugh has become a play it safe coach and kind of outthinks himself a bit. Whereas you get a guy like Vrabel, he'll do anything to win, and I think Lamar respects that. What he doesn't respect with Harbaugh is this methodical, chew the clock, ball control, football. Like, Lamar's a dog. Let him off the leash. Like, let Lamar pass 50 times a game. Let Derrick Henry run the ball. Like, option all the way down the motherfucking field if you need to. But I don't think Lamar likes to play the way that they like to play. I won't even get into the fact, I'm wearing Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry, we love you. I don't know why you didn't get the ball the entire second half. You were begging for it. At one point, I saw Derrick Henry say, "Give me the fucking ball." He was mouthing, "Give me the fucking ball." After he scored a second touchdown, he was so angry. He's like, "I've been telling you guys, give me the rock." Football is easy. Coaches make it look hard. Man. Anyway, just want to get out here and say, Lamar, I love you, man. I hope you stay with Baltimore forever. But I also, at this point, there's Drake Mays out there. Here's my thing with what you're doing. If you're purposely withholding to go somewhere else and get another bag, that's fine. But until that ring is on your finger, nothing is guaranteed. You don't have a tomorrow on the Super Bowl windows. Like, go for it when you can go for it. And nobody wants you to win the Super Bowl more than me. I want you to turn this city around. I want it bad. And as far as Eric DeCosta is concerned, our management, I get what you're doing. Having a winning season year after year after year, we definitely take that for granted as Ravens fans. Eric DeCosta and Steve Bisciotti have given us winning season after winning season for decades. John Harbaugh has given us steady winning seasons. I don't know if we can turn our back on him. I think Lamar is a once-in-a-lifetime kind of player, and we just never brought in the right tools to manage him. We should have never let that coach go. But there's a lot of it's hard when you have a championship team in the NFL. Coaches, they leave for head coaching jobs. We get players that come into this organization and then they leave. The league has changed and we have to adapt. So that's all I got to say on it. Lamar, I'm sorry. Sorry we failed you. I'm sorry, Anakin. You were my brother, Anakin. I loved you.